K-pop lovers, and welcome back to K-pop Update, your home for the most touching, inspiring, and surprising stories from the world of Korean entertainment. That day, the world didn't just witness the victory of an artist. We didn't just see a singer standing on stage, lifting a trophy, and delivering a thank you speech. We witnessed the birth of a new chapter in history. In the fast-paced, competitive, and often harsh world of music, one name stood above the noise. Taehyung, better known by his stage name, V of BTS. At the 2025 iMBC Awards, a stunning moment took over the entertainment world. Taehyung was officially named the winner of the Best Solo category, earning an overwhelming 41.44% of the total global vote. A number that reflects more than just popularity. It reflects love. A kind of love that knows no distance, no time, not even physical presence. Because at the moment his name was announced as the winner, Taehyung wasn't even on stage. He wasn't present in an elegant suit under dazzling lights. He was fulfilling his military service, far from the spotlight, far from the cameras, far from the glittering entertainment world he had temporarily stepped away from. But his name, it still lit up the stage. His artistry, it continued to speak, loud and clear. This wasn't an ordinary win. This was a milestone. For the first time in the long history of the iMBC Awards, a K-pop idol won Best Solo not as part of a group, not due to a collective project, but purely as himself. Taehyung didn't stand under the name BTS, nor did he hide behind the legacy of the legendary boy group. He stood as himself, the artist, soloist, icon. For fans who have followed him for years, this victory was more than just a sweet moment. It was the culmination of an emotional journey they had shared together. Those who saw Taehyung from the beginning, a young man with a soft yet strong baritone voice, eyes that held countless mysteries, and a warm, calm, charismatic personality, now witnessed his transformation into an artist fully matured. Someone who not only sings but creates work that touches the soul. His solo debut album, Layover, was not just a music release. It was a statement of the soul. While many artists chase booming beats, TikTok trends, or hooks tailored to algorithms, Taehyung chose something different. He chose stillness. He chose melodies that flow slowly, yet pierce deeply. Songs like Slow Dancing, Love Me Again, Rainy Days, and Blue aren't just pleasant to listen to, they are deeply felt. They are like love letters written in silence, softly whispered into the ears of listeners. Every note carries emotion. Every lyric is an honest confession. He never tried to be the loudest, the wildest, or the most viral. But he succeeded in being the most heard. And that is far more difficult. When voting for the iMBC Awards opened to the public, ballots poured in from around the world. Taehyung was not promoting. He wasn't appearing on variety shows, wasn't hosting fan meetings, nor introducing a new song. He hadn't posted anything on social media. Yet, still, 41.44% of the votes went to him. A number that shocked many, but not his fans. They knew that Taehyung's impact doesn't fade simply because he's not visible. On the contrary, because he's always been honest in his work, his listeners feel a profound closeness, even when he's physically distant. The moment his win was announced became one of the most emotional in the global fandom. Social media instantly flooded with hashtags like #CongratsTaehyung, #TheBestSolo, and #iMBCBestSoloV. Thousands, millions, even, of love notes and congratulatory messages filled Twitter, Instagram, and Weverse. Many admitted they cried, not because of the trophy itself, but because of what it represented. Because even though V was not physically present, his soul was. His music spoke louder than any victory speech. He didn't need to look into the camera to conquer the world. The world was already conquered through his voice, through the message he delivered in silence. One fan wrote, Taehyung never followed the market. He created his own. And it's true. In a K-pop world full of gimmicks, ever-changing concepts, and the pressure to constantly follow trends, Taehyung chose peace. He created music that reflected his own self, uncompromised, unpretentious. He refused to become what the market wanted. Instead, he chose to be honest. choreography. What we see is touching simplicity, cinematic aesthetics, retro nuances, and soft yet powerful visuals make Layover a work of class. The minimalist concept fused with emotional depth, alongside a visual narrative that aligns with his lyrics, made this album not just beautiful to hear, but beautiful to see. Taehyung's victory at the iMBC Awards carries a greater impact than mere popularity. Music analysts and the K-pop industry have begun to take notice. This could mark a shift in direction. When an artist like V, who brings calm, introspective, and mature music, can achieve a major win, it's no longer unthinkable that more soloists will dare to walk the same path. Those who once hesitated to showcase their unique colors now receive validation. Taehyung has proven that being original, even if slow, can still resonate louder than all the noise. And amid all this, one thing cannot be overlooked: ARMY. Taehyung's fans and BTS fans overall have shown the strength of true love. They don't only support when their idol is active and shining. They remain, they vote, they love, even when their idol is silent. Even when he doesn't speak, they still listen. This is not just a fandom. This is an emotional bond built on trust, loyalty, and deep respect for artistry. Taehyung always pours his entire self into his work. Every lyric he sings feels sincere. Every note he chooses has meaning. He never creates music just to fulfill market expectations. He creates music because it is his soul, and his fans know that soul. That's why they chose him. That's why they cried when his name was announced as the winner. Layover isn't just an album, it's a portrait of the soul. Each track in the album is like a page from a diary, opened only for those who truly wish to understand him. Taehyung didn't give a grand performance. He gave himself, and the public welcomed him with open arms. Because when an artist presents themselves with honesty, true beauty emerges without needing to be forced. Behind this success, many wonder, what does this victory mean for Taehyung's future? The answer may not be clear just yet, but one thing is certain: he has now opened the path to a future that is brighter, broader, and more free for himself. When he returns from military service, the world will likely witness a new version of V, a more mature, deeper, and braver artist, ready to experiment. This win is the foundation for the next phase of his career, a phase no longer overshadowed by a group legacy, but standing tall on his own. Taehyung has now become a new symbol in South Korea's entertainment industry. He is living proof that an artist can be more than just an entertainer. He can become a cultural legacy, not only because his face graces ads for Celine, Cartier, or Coca-Cola, but because his work reflects the values of timeless art. He connects fashion, music, visual art, and global culture in a subtle yet powerful way. He's not just a generational figure. He is hope for future artists. That honest and heartfelt art still has its place, even in a world that never stops spinning. In an industry that often values numbers over meaning, Taehyung is a reminder. He shows that real power doesn't always come from noise. Sometimes, the greatest strength is born in silence. He doesn't need to always be on screen for people to miss him. He doesn't need to constantly speak to be heard. Because true art doesn't need a grand stage to shine. It shines because the light comes from within. V's victory at the 2025 iMBC Awards isn't just about him. It's a reflection of change. It's proof that the world is beginning to listen more deeply, feel more deeply, and choose more wisely. And amid all of this, one thing is certain: Kim Taehyung has become more than an idol. He has become a legend. And for all those who have followed his journey from the very beginning, we know this is just the start. There are still many songs to be sung, many stories to be written, and many hearts to be touched. But for today, let us celebrate this victory. Because this isn't just the victory of one artist. This is our victory. A triumph of love, loyalty, and honest artistry. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe to our channel for the latest updates from the world of K-pop and BTS. And be sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss another exciting update. See you in the next video, and continue to support your idol.